Meerkatters, good morning. Periscopers, let's look on so we can get this party 11 o'clock. You know what to do, brothers and sisters. Here at the, you know what to do. Share. First thing you do, step number 1 is share. Step number 2 is introduce yourself, or you can interchange those. All right. And then step number 3 is to show some hearts. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Niambe. Good morning, everybody at Facebook, Meerkat, and Periscope. Today is Friday, Freedom Friday, a sad day for a lot of us. I know it is for me. I posted my story on Facebook, my personal experience with Prince. It was an honor, as always, to, be that close to a genius and seeing him personally, in private, if you will, or off the stage. So welcome, everybody. We'll make this quick. Welcome to, yes, thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. Welcome, everybody at Facebook Live. You know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe when the opportunity comes up. We're going to get started here in about 30 seconds. So make sure you share. Come on, Periscope. I don't know what's been going on. Y'all haven't been sharing, haven't been getting this count up to where it used to be. So I guess you all are falling off. I mean, you were excited for a little while. Only excitement can last so long, right? Motivation can only last so long. It's inspiration that gives you consistency, not motivation, not excitement. It's inspiration. You have to be inspired by a message. You have to be inspired by what we're talking about here at the Money Game. See, I'm inspired. I'm not motivated. See, inspiration to get you past motivation. Inspiration to have you do it when you're not motivated to do it, when you don't feel like doing it. That's why you should want to be inspired. Everything you do should go towards inspiration, right? Not motivation. All right. So go ahead and share. Meerkat, restream. All right. Restream. All right, you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Money Game live stream. The Money Game live stream, when we talk about those winning rules to the money game, the winning rules, right? Not just hustle, not just get your grind on, not just, hustling and out here getting it. We're talking about the winning rules to the money game, the rules that will increase the mathematical probability of our success exponentially. There you go. How about that? That's a pretty good explanation, right? Exponentially, not incrementally, exponentially. All right. That's how you win at the money game, by following the winning rules that allow us to do those things, allow us to win consistently, more consistently than average, more consistently than normal. All right. Normal is not something we have to strive for, brothers and sisters. Normal is not something that we have to work towards. We have to work towards exponential growth, and we have to work towards not being average, being exceptional, winning bigger than we lose. Lose a whole bunch of small times, because the truth of the matter is those that win big, they lose a whole bunch of small times, and they learn from their small losses. That allows them to grow exponentially, allows them to win. When they win big enough to wipe out all those losses plus surplus. All right. So that's what we're talking about here. Now, you saw the hashtag, brothers and sisters, hashtag black dollars, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy. That's what we're about here. That's who our message is geared towards. That's the language that we're speaking. And that's what we're accomplishing. We're striving to accomplish using the winning rules for our black dollars, our black wealth, and our black economy. All right. So if that's what you're about, brothers and sisters, congratulations. You made it to the right place at the right time here at the Money Game live stream. We're about our people. We're about our economy. Why? Because somebody has to be. Right? Somebody has to be. And we've chosen to be those ones that are part of those others that are about that life, right? That's about that black life, right? Okay, so if that's what you're about, congratulations. My name is DarrellMuhammad. I'm a real estate investor, mentor, coach, trainer, sales and marketing expert, if you will, professional, if you will, online sales, traditional offline sales, networking, network marketer. Brothers and sisters, I'm here to give. I was a former stockbroker, right? Former stockbroker. And that was the opportunity, brothers and sisters. That was the thing that really opened my eyes up. Deers in the headlight, eyes open, to as I realized, right? It has nothing really to do if you go to Harvard and all that formal, right? General philosophy or belief. It has everything to do with you knowing the winning rules to the money game and playing exclusively by those rules. All right. So I want to share with you all that I've learned over the past 30 years and continue to learn about the winning rules to the money game. That's what we're about here, brothers and sisters. If you like that message, if you're about those hashtags, we want to invite you to join a small community. We're not looking for a lot of people. We're just looking for the right people. All right. That's another rule of the money game. A winning rule is you're not looking for a lot of people. You're looking for the right people. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. You see it right there. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on one of those blog posts. Enter your name and email address so you can be on the special invite list. A special invite list. There we're going to have our private events, conference calls, webinars. That's coming up very, very soon. Be patient, brothers and sisters, all right? It's coming up very, very soon. We're going to start having, and we're going to launch these live events, all right? Because once we get it up and running, we're not stopping. We're going to keep it going full speed ahead, right? So if you want to know more about these ideas, these concepts, then go ahead and make sure you go there because we're going to delve down deep into them. I'm going to have a white board and a marker, and we're going to go into details of these steps, all right, on these concepts so you can use them, right, in your life, all right? We're going to have tools that you can actually purchase. That's right, I said purchase, right, that you can purchase and take ownership and you can implement it in your life. If a book is worth reading, is worth you buying and is worth you owning, right? If it's not worth buying and owning, then you should question if you should even read it. You should question if you should even read it. Hey, Brother Sharif, good morning. You should even question if you should even read it. All right. Now, if you're not quite there yet, I understand. If you're not quite there yet, then go ahead and keep on watching. All right. This is a public platform, right? Excuse me. Walaikum salam. Thank you, Brother Michael. Appreciate it. And this will shut off, I guess, at about 20 minutes. I don't know. We'll figure that out with Facebook, why it keeps on shutting off on me. But until then, right, the show must go on. That's another thing you'll learn, and we'll talk about more on our private events, right? How the big boys, they get a product or service perfected only enough to deliver the product or service. They perfect it afterwards, right? They figure it out afterwards, but they want to make sure that the delivery platform is sufficient enough to get the product or service to you. Why? So they can get compensated for it. That has to work at the minimum. All right. So here, go to Darrell Muhammad on Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and I'm going to tell you again, Snapchat. Right? Snapchat. Let's connect on Snapchat. Do it today. Download it on your phone or tablet and find me, Darrell Muhammad, at Darrell Muhammad, whatever it is. And follow me on Snapchat. Why? Because that's the only place I'm going to give away a lot of free stuff, a lot of free tools. I'm even going to give away my real estate course. All right? Valued at almost $800 with the bonuses and everything. But I'm going to give it to you away for free. But you have to be on Snapchat. We have to connect on Snapchat. And you better hurry up because those offers won't last but 24 hours, because that's how Snapchat is designed, okay? So that's it for the announcement, brothers and sisters. If you want to contact me, go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit contact me, and reach out to me. If you want me to speak to your group, conference call, webinars, your youth group, your entrepreneur, if you're having an event, on home-based business or networking or network marketing or sales or entrepreneurship in our black community, then reach out to me, brothers and sisters. I'll show you how I can come to your city, participate in your program for free. You don't have to pay anything to me to speak there at your event, all right? But you need to take the initiative and reach out to me at DarrellMuhammad.net. Hit contact and put your information in there, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. We're here on Friday. We're here every day by God's grace, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for the Money Game live stream. Once again, this is where we share with you the winning rules to the money game. Not how to play, not how to hustle, not how to grind, not how to, all that other stuff, but the winning rules that those that play consistently, I should say win consistently and win very big, these are the rules that they're playing by. And we're going to share those with you every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Now, we have a schedule set up, all right? All right, that's part of it, being organized, all right? Yep, I did. That's right, Aaron. Prince Tribute on my Snapchat. Okay, so on Mondays is Money Mindset Monday. Talk about your programming your mind for financial success. Tuesday is Tactical Tuesdays. How-tos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How-tos. Boom, boom, get it and go, right? Get your food to go. Wednesdays, that's a W. Wednesdays is Everything Money Question and Answer Wednesdays. That's your day. That's where you come with your questions and I will answer them. Or if I can't answer them because I don't know, I don't fudge, I don't lie, I don't make it seem like I know something I don't know, I'll at least, to my best, I'll point you in the right direction. All right? I'll point you in the right direction because it's all about self-discovery, brothers and sisters. It's all about self-discovery. Right? Not having a cynical mind, right? But doing due diligence and self-discovery. We'll talk about that another time. All right? Thursdays, we got Tactical Thursdays. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Steps, 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 steps. All right? A recipe, if you will. And then Friday. Today is Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday, brothers and sisters. This is where we talk about the idea of freedom because I believe, my opinion, for what I've seen over 30 years and being black all my life, 51 years, and being in this space of financial empowerment, entrepreneurship, economic development, we as black people, we've gotten away from the idea, the concept, the language, the mindset of freedom. We talk about the right to vote. We talk about, getting money. But getting money is just the beginning. As I said before, I noticed that we as black people, we think that the end is the beginning, is the end. We think getting the money is the destination. Getting the money, brothers and sisters, is just the starting point, right? That's when the race starts. That's when you should hear the gun go off and you need to run towards freedom as fast as you can. All right? The reason why, in my opinion, that we don't have our brother with us today, Prince, is because he was on the quest for freedom. He used music as the tool that got him money as the tool to now promote freedom. Promote freedom. I heard Jamal Bryant, the pastor there in Baltimore, said that Prince gave Trayvon Martin, I believe it was, mother enough money so she won't have to go back to work anytime soon. She can focus on promoting, police brutality. All right, so she can have time to get herself together. Jamal Bryant said last night on Periscope that Prince contacted Al Sharpton to wire the money to Trayvon Martin's mother. Those of us in the Nation of Islam, we know that Prince gave money to the Million Family March. Michael Jackson gave money to the Million Man March. Michael Jackson talked about the manipulation of the music industry. Prince put slave on his face. Michael Jackson bought the catalog from Sony, I believe it was, the Beatles and Little Richie, and then he bought the masters of Little Richie, and then gave it to Little Richie for free so Little Richie could have some money. All right, freedom, brothers and sisters, freedom. See, we got to understand. See, what happens is we understand freedom. Then we start understanding what's required. All right. And here's the thing. Here it is right here. Don't get scared on me. We understand what's at stake and what's the price for freedom. And that's when a lot of us, we crawfish, as they say in Louisiana, right? We backpedal. We get scared. Now we want to go back to mediocrity. Now we want to go back to normal. Now we want to go back to just getting some bling bling and some things, right? Because that freedom, that's the ultimate goal, brothers and sisters. That's the ultimate price. Ultimate price. People give their life, hint, hint, give their life for freedom. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Good to see you. Give their life for freedom. That's why so few people are really, truly in the pursuit of freedom. Everything else is easier, believe me, than freedom. It's easier to get the money, right? It's easier to become a millionaire. But that freedom piece, that's the hard part. So I believe our brother Prince is not with us today because he was out there, as popular as him and Michael Jackson were, as rich as they were. See, that's two combinations that can't go together with freedom. Money and influence. Money and influence. Reason why they have a problem with Donald Trump, money and influence. Right? This world cannot let that happen. All right? We're talking about freedom here, financial freedom. This is the money live stream. All right? Hashtag the money game live stream, hashtag black dollars, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy. On Fridays, brothers and sisters, we talk about freedom and financial freedom. Freedom and financial freedom. We're going to talk about financial freedom here in a minute before Facebook leaves us. All right. But we want to understand, brothers and sisters, there got to be inspiration behind what we're doing. Can't be motivation. Right? You get motivated to activate the inspiration. Motivation is the fuel, is the food for the inspiration. Right? Motivation can't be the inspiration. So you listen to Les Brown, you listen to Eric Thomas, you listen to Joel Osteen, you listen to Minister Farrakhan, you listen to Les Brown. I mean, whoever you listen to, that's motivation. Right? And it can even be inspiration depending on what level of motivation they're speaking on, right? What frequency, the level of truth, right? That they're speaking on or they're coming from, it can be inspiration. So that inspiration touches you and inspires you, right? It inspires you. It charges up the battery, all right? We're talking about freedom. We're talking about freedom, brothers and sisters. Freedom is the nucleus to financial freedom. Because unfortunately, a lot of people get money and they use money to enslave them because they didn't have an idea, a predisposed idea of what they were going to do with them when they got the money. It came so fast or unexpectedly. Right? That's what happens with lottery winners. That's what happened with athletes. 1 minute they're living in the dorm. Next minute they sign $1 million contract and they're wiring money to them as a signing bonus, like right away. So the next day. That's why they go out and buy cars, because they didn't really think deep and long enough on what they were going to do with that money. All right. So let's talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom, brothers and sisters. Here's the thing that we have to understand, and we're talking about it right now. Financial freedom starts in our minds. Right? It starts in our minds. What does financial freedom look like? What does your financial freedom life look like? Can you tell me? Right? If you can't tell me, then that's the problem. You have to be able to write down, what does your financial freedom look like? What does it entail? Right? What does it include? Does it include boats? Does it include cars? How many cars? Does it include homes? How many homes? Does it include a trust fund? How many trust funds? How much money? See, brothers and sisters, so you have to mention that. Hey, how you doing, Brother Turk? All right, he's hitting it hard on Snapchat. All right, so what does it look like? What are the lists? These are things I do, is make a list of all the things I need to build this financial freedom lifestyle. Because you're building it like a house. You need wood, you need brick, you need nails, you need hammer, you need drill, you need drill bits. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you have to say, what do I need? What do I need? Time goes down on there. right? Courage. So it's not just tangible things. What do I need? Make a list of what you need to build your financial freedom lifestyle. And it's not $100 million, right? It's whatever that looks like to you. Whatever that means. It might mean one car, right? We're talking about freedom, not abundance, right? You can have abundance and be enslaved. We're talking about freedom, financial freedom, right? You can have a lot of money and don't be free of sickness or illnesses, right? So we're talking about freedom. That's why we have to wrap our mind around freedom so we won't be distracted by these, we call it the shiny object syndrome, right? The latest and the greatest way to make the most amount of money. Last week it was this and you can make $20,000 a month. Next week is going to be something new where you can make $50,000 a month. So you just go from just one little thing to another, this one little thing to another, losing time, energy, resources, and money. Freedom. So what does it look like? Now, here's the thing. I learned this from one of my mentors over at Organogold Network Marketing. King. His last name was King. I forgot his first name. But anyway, what you do, brothers and sisters, you write out, and I think it's in one of the books. It might not be in Think and Grow Rich. It might be in, I forgot. But anyway, but you make your list, and then you write it down in storyline. You know, you write it down in present tense, like a movie. You write it in present tense, and we're going more into detail in our private live events. So if you want to know the nuts and bolts of what I'm talking about, then make sure you go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit blog posts, and subscribe. But you write it in present tense storyline. I woke up this morning. It was such a beautiful day. In my, 1,000 square foot bedroom. My picture of such and such on the wall. And I got up and I was so grateful because of all that God has blessed me with in this 1,000 square foot home. So you write that out. I'm preparing for my morning conference call with my asset manager that's managing my real estate portfolio, my asset manager that's managing my franchise portfolio. Come on now. Okay. You write that out and you read it every morning. What does your financial freedom life look like? List what it includes: franchise, real estate portfolio, and then you write it in story form, present tense story form. All right. Present tense story. Where would you go? What would you do? Who would you visit? I have a list of conferences that I have on my list to attend. I have a list of people that I want to buy their time. $5,000 a day. I want to go see Claude Anderson. Mr. Anderson, how much would it cost you? How much would I have to pay to come sit down with you for 24 hours to pick your brain on black economics? George Fraser, how much would you charge me? Right? These are names on my list. Who would you go see? Who would you go talk to? Who would you get on the phone? That's why you have to have money, right? Not that those folks need money, but that's let them know that you value their time, and the language that you use is money. It's only a language, brothers and sisters. They might say, you know what? I don't need the money, but donate it to my number one charity in my name. That's fine. We just want the access. Who will you get with? Who will you meet? What would you do in your financial freedom life? Remember, financial freedom starts in the mind. You have to paint a picture in your mind. See, the financial freedom lifestyle is your destination. Now the question is, how will you get there? What is your plan? Have you put your plan on a piece of paper? All right now here I got a job. Now I'm going to do this on the side. Right? And then from there, I'm going to parlay that into this. And then for that into this. I want to do it in the next 20 years. So that means I'm right here. I want to do this in 2 years, this in 5 years, this in 10 years, this is 15 years. I'll get to my destination. Right? And please always know that you never get there on time. Right? Most times you get there late. Sometimes you get there early. But very seldom you get there on time. Very seldom is an exact plan executed exactly the way it is on paper. See, these are winning rules, brothers and sisters, that you have to understand. See, we're around here playing with this financial freedom stuff, playing with entrepreneurship, and we're taking our time with it to get started, to get engaged, to be committed, as if we know exactly how long it's going to take. Right? See, that's that job or employee mentality, as if we know exactly how long it's going to take. Well, it's going to take me about 15 minutes to make this next $20,000. So let me see. Take me 15 minutes. I got an hour to do, I got an hour. So I got about 45 minutes. I can chill because it's only going to take me 15 minutes to get it done. That's the biggest mistake that we can make. Right? That's the biggest mistake that we can make. That's why you have to get started yesterday. You have to make the commitment. That's why something as simple as let's connect on Snapchat, and some of you all haven't done it. Why? Well, I'm just too busy. But Donald Trump not too busy. He's a billionaire, but he's not too busy to run for office. He's a billionaire, but he's not too busy to do The Apprentice. But you and I are thousandaires at most, maybe 100,000aires on paper, right? But we too busy. We too busy. We too busy to work out. But very, very successful people who understand, who's committed to the full program, not just the money-making program, but the full program, commit to working out because they understand that that is part of their financial freedom plan. That is part of their financial freedom lifestyle. Hashtag black dollars, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black economy, brothers and sisters. That's what we're talking about here. You can follow me, connect directly with me at DarrellMuhammad.net. That's the number one place you and I need to connect, is there. All right. So make sure you get on the list, because that's how we're going to do a lot of behind the scenes stuff that won't be on Periscope, that won't be live stream. This is only the marketing piece, the arm, right? The outreach to pull the people into this tight fit community. All right. I think Facebook might disappear, but hopefully not. We won't put that out there in the universe. All right. Freedom, brothers and sisters. Financial freedom. Freedom, finance is going to be the tool to get there. Freedom, our health is going to be the tool to get there. Freedom, our emotional stability is going to be the tool to get there. Freedom is the destination. Everything else is the tool that we use. Time is the tool I'm going to use to get the freedom, right? People and network of people, association we talked about yesterday of people is a tool that I'm going to get to freedom. That's how I'm going to get to freedom. I'm going to get to freedom by all these other things that are surrounding me, right? Are surrounding me. So we see how all those things are interwoven, I guess the word is, right? Interdependent. Is not separate. It's all one big thing. You only have one life. You don't have no separate life. You have one life. You have one day at a time, right? You use it in portions, or you focus in portions, but it's still just one, right? It's still just one. It's all connected, right? A second is connected to a minute, is connected to an hour, is connected to several hours, connected to days. It's all one interdependent, right, thing. So thus is knowledge, thus is truth, all is interdependent. Brothers and sisters, that is our message for today. Freedom Friday, Financial Freedom Friday. Thank you for being here. If you have some questions, go ahead and put those in right now. We'll answer some questions right now. This weekend, we're going to do some things. So hopefully we'll come on live here as we work out, and put things in place. Got my tripod. I'm waiting for my things to connect to it, so all these devices can be put on my tripod. All right, and get them off these books, because my books have greater value than to be used as stands to put these devices on. So hopefully within the next couple of days, we'll get that and put the pieces together so we can start having our live talks with the whiteboard and the whole 9 yards, coming to you and giving you some things that you can use, some tools that you can use. We're going to talk about gold. We're going to talk about, the economy. We're going to, not that sophisticated stuff. I'm a real simple thinker, right? It has to be broken down as something small that I can, 30 minutes on Facebook, that I can really wrap my brains around, brothers and sisters, wrap my brains around, okay? One thing I forgot to say is that we have to replace the false concepts in our minds, but we have to replace them with truth, all right? Freedom is a mindset. We have to replace it with truth, not just replace it. A lot of us are good with eliminating things, but we're not good at replacing them with something of greater value, right? We get rid of the bad people just to get more bad people. They just knew, right? Because we haven't, really thought through the second part, and that's getting the truth, right? People that are in alignment with the direction that we're going in, okay? So we got to eliminate the false concept, all of them: money, relationships, religion, false concept about health and eating and exercising and, this kind of stuff. Just false concepts totally, and then replace them with truth, right? Replace it with truth, and that would start and continue, and that will feed the financial freedom that first starts in our minds. So with that being said, no questions. Brothers and sisters, thank you for being here at Meerkat. Thank you for restreaming. Thank you for sharing. Watch this replay at Periscope. Share it in the replay, and give hearts in the replay. You can never share too much, right? You can never share too much. Sharing is caring. The more you share, the more it shows how much you care. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, as always, right, I have a question for you. Go ahead, Brother Eugene. All right, hope it's a good question. What's your question? No question? I thought you said you had a question, Eugene. What do you think about bulk Rio? Remember, fundamentals, brothers. There we go again. Come on down, Eugene. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. What do I think about bulk Rios? I mean, I don't. Just understand this. You can always make money in real estate, bulk REOs. It doesn't matter, okay? So it's not that you can't make money. But when you're dealing with banks, right? When you're dealing with banks, you're talking about guidelines and stipulations, right? Hoops you have to jump through. And now if you're talking about bulks, let me say, if we can't buy one house at a time, where are you going to get the money to buy bulk REOs? I mean, why are you asking me this question? What's the point? We haven't even done 5, 10 transactions, and we're thinking about bulk REOs. Why? Okay, you get the knowledge of bulk REOs. You get my opinion of bulk REOs, but to do what with it? Right? It reminds me of a story in high school. I went to Madison here in Houston for a year, and then went back to California. And I was an athlete, so I hung around athletes. And there was an athlete in my class, and he was a typical athlete, right? Didn't have his books, didn't do his homework, just coming in late and head on the desk and sleeping. The teacher asked him a question, right? A simple question, basic question, right? He couldn't answer it. He couldn't answer the question, but his answer was, "Oh, that's easy. Ask me something hard." And boy, we all bust out and started laughing, right? He couldn't answer the simple question, but to save face, hint, 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 to save face, he said, "Oh, that's simple. That's easy. Ask me a hard question." So that's what we do. We haven't implemented, right? Proven that we understand through implementation basic stuff. We haven't answered that question. Right? We haven't displayed that we have a thorough knowledge of something basic, but we say, "Oh, that's simple. That's easy. Go ahead and ask me something hard. Ask me about whatever that was." I think Aaron asked me about septic euros. I've never even heard of that. Right? Some kind of currency. Who cares? I want to learn about the dollar bill. Where's my book by Second Chance? See what I'm saying? It's stacked underneath this tripod thing, right? Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki. Whatever that is, Eugene, right? Whoever that is, ask me about that. But let me ask you if you got this book yet. Have you gotten this book yet? Second Chance by Robert Kiyosaki, that talks about the U.S. economy and the U.S. currency. Have you gotten that book yet? Have you read it? Have you studied it? You haven't. So what are we talking about, that crypto whatever on PDF? That's fine. Don't let the beginning be the end. That's okay. You got on PDF. What does that mean? Does that mean you read it? Does that mean you studied it? Does that mean you're implementing it? What is that? I got on PDF. Okay. Right? Is it highlighted throughout the book? Have you read the entire book? Flip to any page, brother and sister. Any page. Any page. You see highlights. Right? Any page, you'll see notes. Just open it up. Right? Okay? Any page. Highlights. Right? So have you read it? Have you studied it? Have you implemented it? Right? Anything short of implementation is just vanity. Anything short of implementation is just a conversation piece. Anything short of implementation is just so you can say you know, feel smarter than the next person that haven't even read it. Oh, you haven't read Second Chance? Oh my goodness, you need to read it. Oh man, well, you don't know what's going on if you haven't read Second Chance to know about money and whatever this chart says, higher education, higher unemployment chart. Well, I mean, wanted to know my perspective on bulk REOs for what purpose? Just to know it? We should ask questions that's relevant to you getting to the next level. That's relevant to you getting clarity on something that you're already, you know, have a limited understanding of. You're trying to get another perspective of it to widen your understanding of it. See, it's all about understanding. It's not about knowledge. King Solomon in the Bible said, of all these things, get ye understanding. You do that not by acquiring new knowledge. You do that by getting a better understanding of the knowledge that you already have. Getting a different perspective of the knowledge you already have. That's how you get understanding, right? Not just getting a little bit and then you run to something new. Getting a little bit, then you run to something new. Getting a little bit, and then you run to something new. That's the losing rule to the money game. The winning rule to the money game is you recognize, identify the fundamental pieces that you need. And you build around that. You know how you build? You know how you put together a puzzle? Learn this as a little child, putting together puzzles. Children don't do puzzles anymore, right? You know what pieces that you identify first when you empty out the box of puzzle pieces that have 5,000. It doesn't matter. 500, 100, 5,000. It doesn't matter. It's the same strategy. You know how you put together a puzzle, right? You get all the edges. You identify all the straight edges. Every piece that got a straight edge, you pull all those out. The piece that got a curve, there's only 4 of those because that's a corner, right? You pull all of those pieces out and you put the rest of them off to the side that all the sides got, it's not cornered, it's not straight. It got curves, right? And then you start going through. See, that's your basic. That's your fundamental. That's what you build around. And then you put those pieces together. Now you have the frame of your puzzle. Right? Now you go to that pile, the other 400 pieces that you don't know where it fits. And then you start trying different things. Right? Start trying. Ooh, this one fits. And then they'll almost fit. And that ain't right. He got to be the right one. If not, throw the whole puzzle picture off. That's how you have to approach knowledge. Get the foundation. Get the straight edge, right? Get the straight pieces. Then you know it has 4 of those corner pieces, right? And you build your frame of understanding. You got to reframe information. You got to reframe knowledge. You have to reframe things. Then you get all these ancillary pieces that all the sides got curves on them. See, if you don't have your frame, then you get lost on every piece that there's out there because all of them got a different curve. And it's maybe piece of the puzzle, may not be piece of the puzzle. Right? But it'll have a curve and you'll get lost on every curve. Ooh, that's a nice looking piece. Ooh, that piece is smooth and equal on all sides or whatever your fancy is. But you haven't even put your frame together on your puzzle yet. What about this piece? And what about that piece? And got 4 curves on that piece. Now you're asking a person to explain all 4 of those curves, and then they look and say, man, you don't even have the frame of the puzzle put together yet. You haven't even done the easy work yet. You haven't done the building blocks yet. You haven't done add, subtract, and multiply yet. And you asking me about trigonometry. What's my opinion on trigonometry? See, it's like me. I don't have any knowledge of chemistry. I'm going to ask a doctor, what's your knowledge of chemistry? So then he uses the language of chemistry that I don't know, the terminology of chemistry that I don't know. Now, how did I gain from that? He's using terminologies I don't know. He's using examples I don't know. He's talking about principles I don't know. So we just are wasting our time. It's just a waste of time. Made me sound smart because I asked him, well, what is your opinion upon neuroscience and as it pertains to outer space and as it, And then he answers in like kind, and we don't know what the hell he said. But if we stay down basic, right? And help me to understand. Now, once I get the frame, help me to understand about the straight part. Right? Help me to understand. I got to understand the frame and how it's supposed to go. So help me to understand how you build that thing together. Right? How do you line it up? How do you arrange it? Right? Help me to understand how to put together this picture frame, this puzzle frame. Right? Hope that answered your question, Eugene. But that answer is not just for you. That's why I wanted to delve down into it, because that's most of us. I've put together some notes right now that I'm going to do on one of our private or maybe our live talks. Got to get into this informal and formal education. See, when you heard that, look, I'm waiting on 2 more books to get here. Book that I saw Ty Lopez had called Profit First. And he opened up the page. I did, thank you. He opened up the page and read something that I never heard before. I said, oh man, I like that. I got to get that book. So I'm waiting to get that book. And I'm waiting to get another book. I keep on forgetting all these books. I'm ordering so much stuff lately. Right? But PDF, buy the book, Eugene. Buy the book. Right? We gotta understand. Spend your money. These books cost too cheap on Amazon for us to get. Well, I don't know if you pay for the PDF. Probably not. But we just got to get out of this old free mentality. We do. We got to be willing to pay our money. And we have to learn and understand that we got to invest, right? If you got something from Robert Kiyosaki, give him some money, man. He wrote this book to spread the information and get money. When I got one of Grant Cardone's book, when I was first introduced to him, the 10X Factor, I found it on the internet for free, the PDF file, right? I printed it out and I read it. But I only did that until the book got here. Because I understand, man, you put money out, money will come back. Read the parable in the Bible in the book of Matthew when the master gave 3 of his servants some talents. Talents. That's not dance and sing. It gave them some money. Gave them some money. One of them he gave 1 talent, another one 3 talent, another one 5 talent. I don't know the number, but he gave them each some money. And he said, when I come back, I'm going to see what you did with what I gave you. He left and came back. One man buried his money. He didn't want to lose the money that the master, the king, gave him to show that he was a good steward of his money. The other 2 took their money to the marketplace, right? And got a return on the money. Got a return on the money that the master gave them before he left. When he came back, he got the 3 men together and said, show me what you did with the talents I gave you. And the first man, I saved my money. I didn't want anything to happen to it because I didn't want you to come back and I lost your money. I didn't have the money you gave me. I wanted to show you how grateful I was for you giving me some money. He said, okay. Went to man number 2, man number 3. They said, They said, Master, we took your talent that you gave us and we took it to the marketplace and we invested it in the marketplace and we got a return on the money. Now we have more money than you gave us. And the master went to the man who gave the one talent. And he took the one talent that he gave that man, he took it away from him and split it between those other two servants of his. That's called a winning rule to the money game. That's what that's called in a parable. So my point is, understand that you got to put your money in the marketplace. And the best places to put it is to put it. He gave the other two equal. Yeah. So you have to put it. The best place to put it is put it back to where you're getting value from. If you're getting value from Robert Kiyosaki, then you buy from Robert Kiyosaki, right? If you're getting value from this, you should be looking ways to try to show your economic appreciation, because you understand your economic appreciation is by patronizing something that DarrellMuhammad is selling. That's how I'm going to show him. I'm not going to tell him, right? I'm going to patronize. I'm going to see what can I buy from him consistently, because he's giving consistently and I'm receiving consistently. Those are winning rules to the money game. Those are winning rules to the money game, brothers and sisters. If you violate those rules on a consistent, regular basis, you're going to continue to lose. And sooner or later, the clock is going to run out. You're going to get double zeros. That's called the clock of life. You're going to be dead like Prince, and then you won't be able to do anything anymore. That's why our enemy kills us, because he knows there's nothing after death. You can do no more good after you're dead. Death is the period to life. We're going to cover this more in those private, because we got it. We've been here, like I say, 6 years now. We don't have a lot of time to learn these lessons. These are basic lessons. We have to be like the little girl and boy who grew up in the hood with no parents, right? They learn life very fast. At 12, she already cooking for her little brothers and sisters, full meals. Come home from school 3 o'clock, she already got the meat thawed out. She's cooking full meals at 12. Been doing it for a while. She washing clothes. Why? Because she has no mother. She has no father. That's what we have to do when it comes to the money game and financial empowerment, right? And economic empowerment. We have to grow up just as fast as that 12-year-old little girl who have to be the head of her household and look out for her brothers and sisters. Bathe them, wash their clothes. They're better off than us, because they know how to survive. They've matured to the level of expectation. You and I have to mature to the level of expectation. So that's it for today. I got to go get my hair cut. All right, brothers and sisters, hopefully this feeds you, because that's really where it's at, right? The other stuff is the formalities, which you just got here by Eugene. And you all thank Eugene for asking that question, right? Because what I share with you, brothers and sisters, if you understand that and implement that into your life, you will be all right. Because that's what I do. I'm just sharing with you. All the things I share with you is my personal philosophy, is what I know to be, right? I know to be what it is to be the winning rules to the money game. There's not nothing I make up and want to say it's the winning rules. I know them to be. I practice them. And the more I practice them consistently, the more consistent I am in achieving whatever it is that I'm practicing. We got to understand how this free enterprise thing works, brothers. So we have to understand how this money thing works. We have to understand you got to let it go, but not just let it go frivolously. You got to direct your money in the area of appreciation. Come on, I need to write that down. Direct your money in the area of appreciation. You appreciate your mama, direct your money there. You appreciate Robert Kiyosaki, you direct your money there. You appreciate DarrellMuhammad, you direct your money there. Don't give no lip service. That don't count in the money game. Lip service adds up to nothing. Right? That's nothing. See, so get out of that lip service game, brothers and sisters, and direct your money to the area of appreciation. That's why there's Mother's Day. That's why there's Secretary's Day. That's why there's Sibling Day. See, we wouldn't need those days if we understood and we did it automatically, but we don't. So somebody got to remind us and make money off of us because we don't have enough wherewithal, awareness to do it when the rose is not so high, which is the other time of the year, right? To do it when, that's what you need to learn. That's what we need to learn 465 years in this game. That's what we direct your money in the area of appreciation. There you go. Thank you, Eugene, Aaron. I'm going to write that down. That's a good one. I like that one. That's a DarrellMuhammad original. All right. So that being said, brothers and sisters, thanks so very much. We'll see you on, some of you will see on Black Wealth Empowerment on Sunday. If you want to join us, this is a personal invite to you. Join us. You go to hangoutbwe.com and register. You'll get the registration. Will go up tomorrow, so wait until tomorrow. But that's a private group where we talk about more of the same, but it's a different component. Aaron can tell you about it. It's something totally different because I have two co-hosts. One's a inspirational peak performance coach. He comes with the inspiration. I come with the financial piece. We got a sister on there. Hey, brothers and sisters, that's what time it is. Talk is cheap, and it's getting cheaper every day. We'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our black community deserves your very best. So be your very best. Start with understanding. Have a level of understanding. All right? Take care. We'll see you soon. God bless.